excited to be here for Kids Church Online this morning and to have you join us. We miss you guys and we hope that we get to see you soon. Starting today, we're going to be talking all about the fruits of the Spirit for a few weeks. Now, fruits, what kind of fruits? We aren't talking about apples and peaches and grapes. We are talking about the fruits of the Spirit. So if you keep watching, you'll see a little bit more about that. We're going to start our time together by worshiping God with our singing. The first song we're going to do is called Every Move I Make. And some of you guys might know this one. It's a fun one. And the second one is all about the fruits of the Spirit. So stand up on your feet and let's worship together.
Of the Spirit's not a coconut. Fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. If you want to be a coconut, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. The fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. You wanna be a banana? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. You wanna be a watermelon? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of of the Spirit's not a lemon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. If you wanna be a lemon, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. The fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. If you wanna be a cherry, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Okay! Everybody knows that grapes come in bunches, so everybody get in big bunches. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. You wanna be a grape, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. The fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control.
It's time for Paul's next big idea, the fruit of the Spirit.
The fruit of what?
Oh, I love fruit. I'm especially partial to bananas.
No, that's not the kind of fruit we're talking about.
Apples,
Wrong kind of fruit.
grapefruit. That's got fruit right in the name.
Phil, help.
Let me see what I can do. This is an orange. It is the fruit of an orange tree. It is what comes out of an orange tree. Like an apple is what comes out of an apple tree.
I think we're following you.
Though I'm still partial to bananas.
I don't have a banana.
We can wait while you go get one.
I think we need to get on with the show.
Paul starts out talking about the fruit that comes from our sinful nature before we follow Jesus. Paul says the fruit of our sinful nature is anger and pride and selfishness, all the things that make the world an ugly place sometimes, that make it so hard for us to get along with each other.
So all the bad stuff we see, that is the fruit of our sinfulness.
Okay, I get it. So what's this other fruit?
Paul then talks about the fruit of the Spirit of God. When we follow Jesus and believe in the power of what he did on the cross, we are filled with the Holy Spirit. And Paul says with the Spirit of God inside you, the fruit that comes out is very different.
But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. From Paul's letter to the Galatians.
Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness. This is the best fruit that could possibly come out of you.
Good morning, boys and girls. I'm Miss Danielle, and I'm super excited that you're here today. Wow. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about the fruits of the Spirit. And this happens to be one of my favorite parts in the Bible. So, what are the fruits of the Spirit? Well, the fruits of the Spirit is God's Holy Spirit that lives inside us, each and every one of us. But there's a sinful nature too. What is the sinful nature, you're probably wondering? Well, the sinful nature is anger, selfishness, pride, greed, envy, and disobedience. How many times have you disobeyed your parents? They tell you, don't play with that, put it away, it's time for bed, and you still play with it, right? That's our sinful nature. But with God's Holy Spirit, he can help us. And he can help us control these. So let's dig in, okay? So let's compare the fruit that I have here, okay? And this fruit looks really good, right? This is old rotten fruit, and it doesn't really look that good. Other people live their lives like this rotten fruit, like this banana. Yeah. And it's their sinful nature. They're angry at the world. They do what they want. They disobey. They're selfish. They think only about themselves. And they don't have God's Spirit inside them. And then we come to my second plate. Because this fruit, it looks good, right? Look at this strawberry. Couldn't you just bite it? Just, ah. What the heck? Oh, this fruit is fake. It looks really good, but it's fake. It looks like it has God's Holy Spirit in it, but you can't eat it. And it doesn't have any taste. Some people like to live their life like this, where they just don't care. They don't want to grow in God's Spirit. They're just happy living their life like fake fruit. That doesn't sound exciting at all. I don't know if I would like that. But look at this plate. Look at this. I have a delicious red apple here. Look at that, yeah. And I have a delicious green apple. Ooh, yum. And I have a fresh lime. Look at that. It's fresh. It's just perfect. This plate of fresh fruit represents God's Holy Spirit. People live their life like this and they just offer. Doesn't that look good? Doesn't it make you want to take a bite of this apple? I know I want to buy it. God's fruit of the spirits, when they are in our hearts, we feel love and joy and peace and patience and kindness and goodness and faithfulness and gentleness and self-control. I'm practicing self-control because I really want to bite into this red apple. It just looks delicious. Self-control is the hardest one of all, I think, because I love to love and I love to be joyful and you have to be peaceful. Patience, kindness, goodness. When I see my kids at Sunday school, I just love my kids. But self-control, that's really hard. How many times have you been sitting at the dinner table and you have to wait for everybody to come to the table before you can eat? And you have to wait to say grace before you eat. And you're so hungry, but you just want to take a little piece of the broccoli and you want to put it in your mouth, but you can't do that. You have to wait. And then everybody sits down at the table and you all say your grace. And then you get to eat your dinner. Well, that waiting period, while you were waiting, is called self-control. And that is the last of the 9 fruits of the Spirit. Now remember, there's 9. We're going to go over all of them. So, remember, fruits of the Spirit, 9. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Self-control is the last one, and that's the hardest one, so you have to remember to practice that. Now, remember, sinful nature. Think of rotten fruit, anger, selfishness, greed, pride, envy. There's only 6 of those. We don't want to live like this fruit. So remember, boys and girls, the fruits of the Spirit. Maybe we could say them all together. I think we should try. Okay? Let's try one time. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. It's been really fun working with you this week, kids. I hope to see you again next week. You're pretty awesome. Have a fabulous week. Bye.
Glad to see you boys and girls again today. I'm getting so hungry because we keep talking about fruit. I love nectarines. What's your favorite fruit? I like that one too. Today we learned that fruit of the Spirit is not something that we eat. It's an example of how we should behave to develop Christ-like character. We can find the fruits of the Spirit in the Bible. Follow along with me. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. There is no law against these. Galatians 5:23 through 24. Okay, now let's do it again, but with motions. We're actually going to be learning a lot of sign language, okay? So we'll start with the fruit. Make it F, like that. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy. We're going to sign happy, and then spell joy. J-O-Y. So, joy, peace, tap it like that and bring it down. So, peace, patience, take your thumb and just bring it down. Patience, kindness, roll kindness out like that. Kindness, goodness, goodness, gentleness. Point to your heart and then go like this, because that's for soft, isn't it? Gentleness, faithfulness. Point like this, make two F's and then tap them together. So this is faithfulness. And self-control. Point to yourself, make X's like this, and just like that. So self-control. Galatians 5:23 through 24. We're gonna do it one more time because I know that was tricky. So the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, where am I at? Kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Galatians 5:23 through 24. Keep practicing that at home, okay? I know you'll get real good at it. Bye, friends. See you next time.
That verse is kind of a long one, but it's important that we learn the fruits of the Spirit. Well, our time together is almost done. But before we go, I want to remind you that we here at Gateway, we have our virtual VBS that's coming up in July. And registration is already open, so if you want to join us, please do. Also, if you have friends that you want to join us, please share and invite them to come. All right, as we close, we're going to go ahead and sing our VBS theme song. It's called Your Power Will Pull Us Through. And this song is a great reminder that when life gets really hard, we can depend on God and His power to pull us through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. you lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you, trusting in you. We're trusting in you, trusting in you.
Hello, friends. We are so excited to invite you to Gateway's virtual VBS. This summer, our theme is going to be Rocky Railway. As we go through Rocky Railway, our hope is that you will learn to trust Jesus and know that He is the power that pulls us through.
You can watch us on July 20th through July 24th at 9 a.m. live, or you can watch us on demand. You can see us on our Gateway website or our YouTube channel.
Register today at the link below and invite your friends to come on board.
We can't wait until you join us. All aboard!
All aboard!